G'day, it's Mitch here. Just thought I'd make like an update video. How's that sound? Echoey? Shit. Oh well, there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. So I wanted to make an update video and I wanted to talk a little bit about myself and my life, where I'm at with stuff as well, because it affects the consistency at which I can get out videos and my ability to work and stuff. So I thought I'd give you kind of like a little crash course on where I'm at, and talk about what I want to do kind of with the channel as well. I kind of wanted to make this video because for almost the entirety of the time I've been doing this channel, it has been incredibly difficult. Basically you've only seen me be an asshole for whatever, 2-3 years. And I think it's important to kind of like look behind the lens and see kind of what that person has to do to create that art, right? Because everyone wants to see a world full of art, but there are so many material and like economic and structural barriers to doing art. And if all you see is the glossy finished piece, you don't see kind of what went into that and how difficult or not it might have been. And I think it's kind of important to tell those stories. So without wanting this to be shit or a sob story or anything like that, I just wanted to kind of let people know what it takes for me to be able to do this channel, basically. And then afterwards I want to talk about an update of my capacity and what I want to do with the channel in future. I guess to start with where I'm at, for the last 2 years maybe, I've kind of lived in like abandoned buildings. I'm currently in one now. I'll show you some of my room. This is my bedroom. It's like a shop. Yeah, I don't want to show too much of the overall building because other people live in here. And their privacy is important, and their right to a place to live could be jeopardized if the wrong person found out where this was, for example. So initially I was doing live-in youth work, where I'd live with kids out of juvenile prison and like residential care. So just a bunch of ratbag kids. And when I was filming, it would have been the first room you would have seen me in on the channel. I set up a big black backdrop and filmed in there. I could actually have a computer there. I can't now because if, say, the real estate agent who's in charge of like organizing a demolition for this place, if they come in, I could lose all my stuff, and I have before. Like, this is all of the stuff that I own that you've seen. I have like a bag of clothes. I don't have a laptop anymore. I have to edit at university. I have to edit at the uni, and like a notepad and this camera, pretty much. So the organization that I worked for would pay my rent to live with these kids. I got held hostage. I got like my phone smashed against the wall when I was, trying to text someone that I was stuck in a room with this kid who was telling me I had to fight my way out. I got money stolen off me. I got a knife held to my throat. I dealt with countless fights between the two housemates that I kind of looked after, who were like lovely kids, and all the shit they went through was just a product of their environment growing up and stuff. And they ended up, once they trust you, they're just really sweet. Like none of that stuff happened after the first year or so of being in there, when you demonstrated patience and the rest of it. So, but it was still really hard, right? And I got almost no peace, to do my thing. But at least, my rent was paid for. So that was my first kind of, all right, I'm quite desperately poor, but this organization is going to pay my rent. I'm able to do what I want to do. I'm able to afford to study, etc. So basically I was choosing between working full-time or pursuing kind of what I wanted to do, studying. I lived in 2 houses for that organization. I did that for 2 years. The last 2 years I've been doing that. And you would have seen various parts of those houses in my videos. That was pretty good. I mean, it was hard to do, but it was a good gig because I was poor. I burnt out from that after 2 years. It was just too hard. The needs of the kids were too much. Like one of them tried to stab one of their siblings in the house, and like it's fucking intense. Anyway, so I had to get out of there, and basically my only option was to sleep kind of, be housed precariously, like in buildings like this, So I never had like electricity, except for a couple of months in one of the houses. I haven't had a shower in my house for 2 years. That's kind of why, because I'm fighting competitively now. That's kind of why I got to that level, because my only way to have a shower was to go to an MMA gym, and they'd have like soap in the shower and stuff, and that was my only way to like maintain cleanliness. And so I just train every day, and then so I could have a shower kind of. And now I love to, it's just part of my life now, and I'm fighting in like 10 days or something from now. So this isn't about like Patreon or anything like that. I think it's just kind of important to showcase the stories behind what becomes art, and whether it's video or sort of any other style or any other kind of art. I think it's important for people to talk about what it takes for them to be able to do that. So also, while I was kind of, sleeping in abandoned buildings and squatting and whatever, I had access to a studio, right? And you would have seen videos that were made in that studio. So I paid screw all money for that, and I got to keep all my shit there. Because right now I just kind of put all of those clothes that you saw in a bag, roll up a sleeping bag, and like get on my bike, basically. Like I have another backpack. It's like I can carry it all at once. But the studio allowed me to have like more stuff, and that meant that I could, keep almost nothing at my house that I was living at. So if I had to leave, I could leave straight away. Like if the cops came or whatever, I could leave straight away. So that was really cool. So that was a social center that had an agreement with the owner. We paid like $700 or something collectively to the owner to be able to stay in that building. It's kind of like DIY, like I built the walls of my studio myself. Anyway, but it got evicted unlawfully, actually. Cops broke the door in for no other reason other than a bunch of the local community, which is largely like people of color, like Sudanese migrants, started using the space, and they were fine. They were, respectful. And it was kind of like what the space was initially for, that we kind of provide a utility to the local community. And we had computers for people to use, the library obviously, there was food, there was places to cook. A bunch of people lost, something great that we built together, a bunch of people lost the ability to keep their stuff there while they slept elsewhere. They lost the ability to do art. They had a cheap studio. We faced. So I lost half my shit in that. I got my computer out luckily, and I put it into storage. Can't use it because I have no electricity here. I just sit. I've got a bunch of head torches. I just buy heaps of head torches so that I can like sit in the dark and like either write notes, or I've been reading I've been reading Lock and Key, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, I just sit in the dark and read books because there's no electricity here. So obviously I can't have a computer. I lost a lot of my stuff from that studio. I couldn't carry it all out when the cops gave us, like an hour to get out or something, and we had to pull all the walls down and, all of our work that we'd put into it. We built the kitchen, we built a bunch of stuff, the library, everything. So we had to get out of there. And so since then, I've been less able to consistently put out videos because I live in an abandoned house. I can't really risk, I have to hide this camera if I have it here at all, in a really, really good place because, the place is secure. I can lock myself in here, but, you never know. Graffiti artists could see it and smash the window and get in. Someone else looking for a place to stay could smash the window or climb in the back or something. I can't risk having stuff here. The cops could just kick us out and not give me enough time to get all my stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Can you see me? Yeah, so sorry about that. My camera died mid-take and I had to go all the way in to uni to charge it. And I just got back now. And as you can see, kind of powered by lamplight, whatever these are called, head torch. What was I saying? I guess to finish off the update, I just wanted to talk about kind of what I want to do with the channel. I really want to keep putting out videos. It's been, I guess, over a month since I put out the Ghost House review, and that took so long to film and edit. And because my laptop got stolen, which is why I don't have one anymore in Thailand, I lost half the footage for it, so I had to rewrite the script when I got back to fit with the footage that I had, while half of it was already missing. So that was a massive fuck around. Kind of burnt me out a bit actually, but I really want to do, what I might do is segments, because everything has to rhyme. There's Creepskates remakes, and now I want to do Creepskates hot takes. So that involves, I don't know, I watch a bunch of movies, so I just sit in front of the camera and kind of give my unscripted thoughts about it. I also want to do the scripted stuff where I do skits and all the rest of it too, but I guess the point is I want to get videos out. And so, yeah, I want to do kind of quick takes of the films, what I thought, maybe short rants, dump some of the footage of the movie over the top and, upload them so I can get more, I can talk more about current movies and all the rest of it. And the videos are a bit shorter and not half an hour long and that take 2 months to edit because I do this by myself, and as you know now, that if my battery dies I have to walk 20 minutes to the train station, then catch a train for 20 minutes into the city, and then, so it's a long process. So I want to make it a little bit easier in part while still doing the longer videos as well. One of the longer things that I want to do is a series kind of making fun of alpha male culture and pick-up art. There's lots of stuff on YouTube, lots of people pretending to be gurus in the know about how to pick up women and how to, the right kind of way to be a dude or whatever. And it's all fucking hilarious, and I want to pull it apart and cop heaps of shit for it on the internet, because that would be funny. And that series is going to be called The Quest for Man-Lightenment. So it's going to be, me trying on some of their tips at how to be the best alpha male, and doing it kind of sarcastically. Anyway, so I guess that's the end of the update. This light is blinding me. Yeah, thanks for watching again. I think it's important that we talk about the things that that go behind the scenes, like, I'm not unhappy, I'm not looking for sympathy or anything. And I hope that's obvious, I don't know, but I just want people to know, like, I guess, like, what it takes to put a video together. I wish more people could create art, and unfortunately I can't just go live in my parents' house and live in their basement and, like, produce a channel. But I guess I just wanted you to know what it takes to what goes into a Creepskates video, kind of thing. Anyway, love you all. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a review up soon. Peace.